Alright guys, so I hope you're doing fine as always. Today I'm making another video about this 4-hour short trade setup on CAKE USDT. I did record my chart live when I was looking for this setup, so without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Alright, so now for the actual TA part of the video. I'm here on the CAKE USDT chart. I'm on the 4-hour time frame to start with. So first thing I'm doing here is sharding out my red vector candles. As we're in this very strong move up, I'm looking for a reversal, but I want them to take out the zones first that make sense, so I'm indicating my bigger time frame red vector candles. By the way, for coins that pump so hard, I prefer to start on the bigger time frame, so that includes the 4-hour. For scalps, I'm usually just looking at 1 hour 15.5. But if it's moving so strongly, I usually start on the 4-hour time frame. So moving down a time frame to check my vectors there. What do we notice here? Let's go back a little bit. So do we notice here the top vector candle? So this was a red vector candle on the 4-hour time frame. But on the 1-hour time frame, these vectors are sitting here below. So this line, this top orange line, is no more vector candle on the 1-hour time frame. On the other hand, this orange line is still a red vector candle on the 1-hour time frame as well. So we're now dropping down to the 15-minute time frame. And also there, like you could see very briefly, still a red vector candle. So this orange line is a red vector candle across the 4-hour time frame, 1-hour time frame, and 15-minute time frame. So that's indicating to me that there is some strength in that vector candle. So I'm just having some looks here. I'm going to shard out some wicks. So just some indication of where the wicks are sitting. This is a wiki area. This is a wiki area. Okay, you could say this top ones as well, but not gonna draw too much lines. So now I'm taking my Fib tool. I'm starting at our local low, so the beginning of this strong move, till the first orange line where I'm expecting some type of reversal to happen, to the recovery of our vector candle. So this is more of an anticipation Fib. So I'm anticipating price to react from this level. So I'm drawing my Fib from our local low, or the start of the move, till what I expect to be the top of the move. I am looking for a reversal, so I am anticipating that this vector will be recovered and that we will see a reversal from there. So I have my entry on this vector candle recovery, my stop loss above the wiki zones that we indicated at first, and my TP to start with at the 0.5. So then I'm looking a bit more to the left side, indicating potential TP zones. So I did draw it right here now. Reasoning is these wicks right here. So this was previous resistance. You could indicate this one as well, but this is sitting slightly above it. So previous resistance on an initial strong move down. So that's an interesting zone that can turn into support. So I have a little more room on my TP zone. So it's still considered the 0.5 area here, which is only a few pips below the initial level of the Fib, but if prices are reversing higher or lower than this exact level, this fib won't be exactly the same anyway, so a little bit of room there, which allows me to put a little bit more room on my stop loss. So I'm deciding to go for the 4R here, have my stop loss above the wiki zones that we indicated, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So quick recap, it's just a vector candle retracement. We had a very strong move up. We're looking into the higher time frame vectors. We want to see them recovered and we want to see a reaction from it. TP based on our fib retracements and previous support and resistance. Alright, so now what can we tell about this trade in hindsight? So first of all, screenshot of the trade. Entry level at 2.753, 2.753, TP at 2.239, 2.239, resulting in a 280% ROI on 15x leverage. But most importantly for us, it's a 4R setup. So now what can we tell about this trade in hindsight? We could see our entry zone got tapped in this wick right here, which surprisingly filled my whole order. Didn't expect it, but okay, it did. Had a reaction from it, eventually came back up a little bit more, hit the wicks that we indicated at first, and reversed from there. TP wise, we can see our TP pretty much got hit perfectly right here. I think it's even to the pip. Let's check. Or they went 2 pips lower, or no, 5 pips lower than the TP, which is great. So hit the TP and kind of also reversed from there. So we can have a look if this was a fib level. So not really exactly on the fib play. From the move to the, or from the start of the move to the highs of the move, we see we're ending up between the 0.5 to 618. Maybe if we take the full fib from our swing low right here, the swing high, you can see we kinda hit the 382, went slightly below it and reversed from it. Importantly for us is we went into this vector candle, which is good to see some recoveries. They're still leaving behind more vector candles though. If you look on the higher time frames, also there. But I think there was news about Cake and PancakeSwap that they had something news about their trading fees. There were no fees or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but there was a pump in the news. We anticipated on the reversal. On the bigger time frames, we see vector candle wise, this vector got perfectly recovered, so they had perfect bounce of this vector candle recovery, and we still have this for our vector candle sitting right here, but we know on the smaller time frames this wasn't a vector anymore, so it's not the most strong vector candle to have. These on the other hand are still quite strong vector candles, which ultimately we can expect them to go back into this level. Only thing you have to be aware is this was a pump on news, so they might take a while to get back into the vector candles, or they can get in quickly and have a sharp reversal. We'll have to wait and see and anticipate on these levels. So that was everything to this trade. As always, if there are any more questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section or on the Discord server, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. See ya. Bye bye.